Live, this is News 12. News first at 5 on your side.
It is back to school in McDuffie County, and Columbia County's first day is right around the corner as they prepare to head back to class on Monday. Good afternoon, I'm Richard Rogers.
And I'm Christy Etheridge. We're on your side with much more on back to school in just a few minutes. But first, Columbia County investigators are asking for your help finding a man accused of sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl with autism. The sheriff's office says the man was driving the gray Saturn Ion pictured here when he approached the child, took her into the woods, and sexually assaulted her.
They say she was walking near Ridge Crossing Apartments when he approached her, and the man is described as a light-skinned black male in his 20s with shoulder-length twisted hair with red or orange tips. Now, if you have any information about this vehicle or this suspect, call the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. New first at 5, fire officials are investigating the cause of a deadly fire in Aiken County.
Preston Willett joins us live in Graniteville where it happened. Preston, what are investigators saying now?
Well, what we know and what we have confirmed right now is that there is one person dead after this fire this afternoon, or this today at noon. Now fire investigators and deputies are right behind me right now trying to find what caused the fire. The body was found in the bathroom on the left side of the house when firefighters got here. The house was a total loss as it was engulfed by smoke after firefighters were able to control the fire. Officials are still waiting to contact family before revealing the name. Chief Ray Scott says despite a quick response, it was a total loss.
It didn't take us but a couple minutes to get here. Like I said, the house was totally involved by the time we got here. And said it took us 2 or 3 minutes to get in and get to the body, but it was just too late.
Multiple fire departments and the sheriff's office involved in this tragic fire. Now both Graniteville Fire and the sheriff's office will investigate the cause. You can see behind me what is left of the house. Earlier, while firefighters were trying to put out the rest of the house, the chimney, the brick chimney, actually fell into the house, causing quite a scare for a lot of firefighters, but everyone was okay. But again, one dead here in Graniteville.
So Preston, what's the layout there in that Graniteville neighborhood? Are there a lot of neighbors nearby?
Well, earlier and still right now, there are a lot of neighbors out here. One deputy walked by and actually said that out here it's a very tight-knit community, so a lot of people very invested and emotionally invested in what happened here today.
Thank you, Preston.
The suspect in a shooting at the Riverwalk on the 4th of July will stay behind bars. A judge denied bond for Clinton Coleman today, saying he's a threat to the community. He's charged with aggravated assault, possession of a gun during a crime, and theft by receiving after the sheriff's office says he fired shots in the middle of a crowded area right after fireworks on July 4th. Prosecutors say evidence from Coleman's own cell phone shows he planned to go to the Riverwalk to have a gun battle. The defense says that's untrue. The second suspect in the shooting is still on the run a month later.
All clear again today on I-20 after a Penske truck flips on its side, causing some major backups earlier. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office says this happened around 2 o'clock this afternoon. No one was injured, but the highway was down to 1 lane while crews got everything cleaned up.
Well, Doppler Max radar hasn't been as busy today as it has been the last couple of days, but still there are a few showers and storms across the CSRA. There's actually one that just formed north of Augusta that has weakened, but a little bit of lightning has been showing up too for that storm just north of Augusta, crossing the Edgefield-Aiken County line. Also between Thompson and Wren's, you've got a little bit of activity out there as well, but it's pretty quiet out there for the most part. Temperatures right now are hovering right around 90 degrees in most areas, so a little bit hot, a little bit humid. That's the way it's going to be. 80s looks like will be the case through sunset with scattered storms and less of a chance of storms as we head toward midnight. The weekend forecast is straight ahead.
The last Freedom Weekend for some students. It is back to school for Columbia County students on Monday.
Alma McCarty on your side with what parents can expect in your children's classroom this year.
With the number of students in the district only growing, basically no end in sight, you might have some questions about your child's class size. But county leaders want you to know they've got it handled and they try to stick below the maximum number in one class.
New year, new challenges, but also new hires and expansions and even schools to meet them. Friday, teachers put the finishing touches on their classrooms.
Priority is what's best for students, and so that's what our focus will be.
In the Greenbrier area, school leaders want parents to know, all members of the wolf pack are in good hands. Kimberly Carter's role to make sure classrooms at Greenbrier Middle are running effectively, no matter the size.
We want to keep our class sizes a small number as much as possible to make room for everyone. And so with the number of teachers we have, we certainly balance those numbers.
Steve and his friend Perry are on to bigger and better things in college, still enjoying a few weeks left of their summer. But even in their 4 years at Greenbrier, they saw changes.
As a freshman, it was really small, and then when I elevated through the grades, it seemed to get bigger.
Superintendent Sandra Caraway says the very maximum number for a core class is in grades 9 through 12 at 32 students. For younger grades, it's smaller.
Students show up, then we'll break them out, add another class at that grade level. So again, we've set them, we are smaller than the maximum for the state of Georgia.
Dr. Caraway says due to the latest additions, a vast majority of the portables are used for office and storage space, not as classrooms, though some, like at Grovetown High School, still are. Even if more students enroll, the district is prepared to handle whatever comes their way.
For bigger classes like music or PE, you can have 50 to 60 students, even more than that in some cases. For basics like math and science, the state requires a smaller number. And for even remedial or English as a second language classes, it's even smaller than that. Dr. Caraway says they've hired more than 200 new teachers, but most of those are to replace teachers who retired last year.
All right, Alma, thanks. Parents in South Carolina, your turn for back to school right around the corner, and your best bet for school shopping may just be this weekend. That's because you can shop tax-free in South Carolina on clothing and school supplies. That started at midnight this morning and lasts through Sunday. Clothes, shoes, school supplies, computers, printers, even dorm necessities like towels, blankets, and shower curtains all be tax-free.
A man charged with shooting 2 teenagers in the head behind an Atlanta area public store made his first appearance in court today. Police say surveillance video and cell phone records helped lead them to that suspect, 20-year-old Jeffrey Hazelwood. Hazelwood appeared to be shaking during the entire hearing. No word from police about a motive in the deaths of Natalie Henderson and Carter Davis, and still lots of questions, even from the defendant's attorneys.
A sad story. 2 young people are dead, and a young man is charged. So we'll know more as this goes on.
Investigators also say Hazelwood used Henderson's debit or credit card at a convenience store shortly after the murders. The judge denied bond today.
A Georgia father will face charges for leaving his twin daughters in a hot car. The 15-month-old girls died after sitting in their car seats in 90-degree weather. It happened yesterday in Carrollton, west of Atlanta. Police say when they arrived, they found the twins' 24-year-old father, Asa North, and some neighbors trying to cool off the toddlers in a kiddie pool with packs of ice, but it wasn't enough to save the girls. North faces multiple charges of involuntary manslaughter and reckless conduct.
We did find a car that did have 2 child seats in the back seat of the car. We believe possibly that's where the children were possibly left.
So far this summer, at least 26 kids in 15 states have died after being left in hot cars. That's already 2 more than all of last year. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has announced it will perform autopsies on both twin girls.
Augusta Animal Services now in the 4th month without a full-time veterinarian, and we've learned they haven't even had one qualified person apply for the position. Cody O'Hara in our newsroom with why the job is critical to fill.
Richard, hundreds of animals go through Augusta Animal Services every week. The city is contracting out for vet services right now, but that's not what one former Animal Services vet says is the best case scenario for the animals. From dogs to cats and more, Augusta Animal Services sees up to 10,000 pets come through their doors every year.
There's a ton of pets that need veterinary care, and so there's as many as we get out, that many more brought in.
Veterinarian Scarlett Timmons worked at Animal Services for about a year as a part-time vet, while city officials looked for a full-time vet. That took them a year and a half, but they are without a vet again after Dr. Tara Poppy resigned in April.
The more that set of veterinarians at the facility, the more pets you're going to be able to move in and out.
The city originally had the job posted for a salary of about $64,000 a year, way below what a private practice veterinarian can make. Now, the city is promoting the job with a salary up to $94,000. It comes with a lot of responsibilities.
You're taking care of the individual sick patients, and you're also trying to spay and neuter so that you can move those pets out.
2 veterinarians are helping out at the shelter 3 days a week, but Timmons says that stalls some adoptions, spaying and neuterings, and the movement of hundreds of animals a week through the process. She says a full-time vet has its benefits.
That you can see how they're progressing, you can catch diseases early in the process of disease, so it just helps to have somebody on board to be able to get large numbers of spay neuters done and to monitor the patient's welfare.
With the new comprehensive animal ordinance taking effect in January, Timmons says the next vet could have a lot of power. It could be a long process, but so far, Animal Services Director Sharon Brody says they are not having any issues with not having a full-time vet.
All right, thanks, Cody. A Barnwell woman wants to make sure local police, including the North Augusta Public Safety Department, feel love and support from the community. Beverly Dixon, who used to live in North Augusta, made blue bows for people to display at their homes or businesses to show support for law enforcement. If you're interested, you can pick one up at BB's Baubles and Bows.
I know they appreciate the support like that. Well, a mayor in Virginia busted on charges of trying to trade meth for sex. How he got caught.
And temperatures today a little bit hotter than yesterday. We got to 91 here in Augusta. Now through the weekend, temps are going to go up with even more in the way of sunshine. Back to the heat. The humidity is not going anywhere either. Details coming up.
And Trump taking a tumble in the polls, what both major presidential nominees are saying on the campaign trail as those numbers come in.